different species, different eliminations, and strategies. There's points for barracuda, points for shark, points for snapper, points for how you catch them. I'm up against the best, they picked the best, so I gotta practice. It's kind of like Survivor with the rod and reel. It's gonna go crazy, and it's the Florida Keys, so that's a bonus. It's the ultimate playground. Yeah! From the elusive shadow in the mangrove flats to the 2,000-foot deep waters that Zane Grey and Ernest Borgnine made famous, nothing evokes the excitement in the saltwater angler more than the Florida Keys. And that's where we've landed, to issue a challenge to a few of America's finest fishermen. This is not going to be the ordinary tournament where you catch some fish and catch some more. This has got 3 rounds. It's got varying conditions, and it's extremely strategic. You'll see why. So first we go out to the flats, and we're going to look for the bonefish, the tarpon, and the permit. Then 2 teams get axed. Then we go out to the deeper water of the Gulf Stream, and we're going for the big game fish. All for the title, King of the Keys. It's good to be king.
Our base of operations is Sugarloaf Key, just a few miles north of Key West on the far tip of the Florida Keys. From here, we'll hit the flats of the lower Keys looking for sight casting challenges for elimination rounds 1 and 2, and later launch southbound for the wall and tackle the deeper water in search of big sport fish and the championship round. Almost immediately, the intimidation and the sabotage begins. After all, we're fishing for a title.
I'm gonna take you down. Day 1, baby. Yeah. Day 1.
This is what we do to eliminate the competition early in the game. First morning, king of the Keys. I'm gonna try to put some voodoo on my other teammates here. So we're gonna try to shuffle and be quiet. If you don't believe the banana theory, bananas are bad news on a boat. I will never have one in my boat. We'll see today what happens to the other 3 competitors and see who comes out on top.
Anglers are paired with an expert guide with extensive local knowledge and captaining skills. 2 of the challengers might have more at stake than pure bragging rights. The Watts brothers, identical twins, usually team up on the redfish circuit and have won the overall championship in 2001 and 2003. But we're splitting the duo and pairing Greg with Michael Pollock, who guides out of Key West.
Take care of them. Let's go put them in the boat.
Brian is partnered with Brian Yates.
That's what we need right there. Critical plan. Critical plan.
The Mogan Man, Blair Wiggins, is our 3rd pro. He's paired with Justin Ray.
I'm not leaving that in there.
Watts brothers, they're always up to something.
I'm counting on my guide, Stephen Palomini, to pull me through against these intimidating pros.
Let's go.
Our tournament is cutthroat elimination, where pressure is on from the first cast, and 1 team goes out on the first day. Points are scaled from the commonly catchable species like barracuda at the bottom and tarpon and permit on top. Hookups on the fly count more than the fish caught on bait casters, so strategy plays as big of a part as luck and skill in this tournament.
So where is it now? It's in. Oh, I got it.
Maybe.
Had your bait. Oh, bummer.
All right, okay. So that goes back.
That goes back.
Very tiny. That wasn't the most gentle catch and release.
It goes so far up, we're going over, and that's got a tumor on it. You can eat that one.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'll show you one time here,
all right.
And we'll...
Sure, of course. See you later. Don't catch them all, though, before we start. You're fired. We'll see you next time. Mangrove gray snapper. First fish.
First fish.
Timeout, 10:27.
Come on, Big Daddy. He's on it. He's on it. Yes. Oh.
Oh.
I'm just putting too much on. You wouldn't think. Man, we got the gear to do it with. The CUDA gods of Jinx. Quit crying. Look like Blair Wiggins.
Oh, baby.
Fish on, brother.
There he is. Nice.
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, like another 4-pounder. That's the best music in the world out here in the ultimate playground, ain't it? Yeah. There's another fish on, brother. How about that?
3 pounds.
3 pounds. Well, I hope when this thing makes air, you Watts brothers learn something. My man Mike has got me on the spot. Oh, there's another one.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
There he is. Stop. I'm in a hurry now. Stop, stop, stop.
Bam! Yeah, I kind of lost count, to be
That make
honest
number
with
5. Cut.
There's a shark, just swiped at him.
Oh, don't you get my fish, baby. I'll get you later. You stay out there. Woo! Son! Jack, big kudos. This is the ultimate playground, baby. We're going to strike this tournament. It is good.
Breakdance. Flying fish, too.
Oh, there he is.
Is that your brother?
Yeah.
He'd call you a loser?
Yeah.
I wouldn't take that.
Yeah! Buoys are 10 points.
Fish.
Woo! Whoa! On 10-pound monofilament. What a day, my brother. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Way to go.
Laird McIntosh, he'll get a good schooling today.
Time now, almost 11:30. We're fine-tuning things now.
It's a true bar, Jack.
10 pounds of snapper.
Beautiful fish.
Number 4.
That sucked. Come on.
Do they have focusing eyes? That's 9.
9.
All right, what's happening now is we're going to do the shark feast. So with an hour and 15 minutes, things are closing in. We're not out of time, but we don't have a lot of it. Now it really
Cut
is.
up the fish. Here he is again. All right, follow him around the boat.
Follow around boat.
Oh, there went the fish. There you go.
We've done it.
He's a little pissed. I'm gonna take that as a no on the measuring
Okay,
thing.
no on the measuring. We don't want to put him in the boat.
I don't really want to put him in the boat now.
We'll do the math later, but today was a success as far as I'm concerned. And that's it. Rod's up. End of day 1.
Good job, sir.
Nice job. Thank you so much.
At the end of day 1, one Watts brother is eliminated, while the other ruled the flats. Greg takes round 1 of the King of the Keys tournament.
Congratulations.
Good job. King of the Keys for the day.
Greg scored 1,490 points and dominated round 1 by virtue of his strong barracuda catch. I came in second with 1,260 points. Blair Wiggins comes in third with 875 points, while a disappointed Brian is eliminated on the first day.
You know, I blew it. Caught a nice little shark. Had 5 jacks. But I lost it all on the kudas. That's the way it goes. That's fishing.
It's hard to look over at either one of the Wattses and distinguish who's who, but it's also hard to look over and see one of them going. And I'm pretty amazed that I'm still in it, quite honestly.
It was tough throwing the fly in the wind today. It was, I mean, it was just like a buggy wick and trying to keep that thing from hitting yourself in the head or getting yourself tangled up or, you know, hooking your guide in the back, which usually happens. But I didn't hook him and we caught some fish. So overall, it was a pretty good day.
I caught more fish on this episode, more fish than, oh, I'm sorry, does that hurt?
We caught the biggest fish.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Captain Scientist.
Just telling you. I said something nice about you today. I'm fixing to take it back.
And so the day ends in heartbreak for Brian Watts, and a near miss but a pass into round 2 for Blair Wiggins. When Ultimate Playground returns, it's the second round, and someone else is going home. Round 1 of Sugarloaf Key saw Brian Watts struggle and get eliminated from our search for King of the Keys, while his twin brother Greg fished easily to move on. With our first tournament twist, Brian returns to lay down a few surprises.
Boys, there's a new sheriff in town this morning. We'll have to think a little bit today, guys. It's going to be a little tougher.
I don't think for a minute, because he's my brother, that I'm going to get an advantage, okay?
Look at here. Sharks are only worth 15 points.
That may have put a little kink in our plans.
Bones, permits, double points.
This is bad news for us.
So let's see what y'all have today.
Let's go fishing.
Good luck, guys. Good luck. Get it, Mogan.
All right, good job, boys.
All right, let's go for the easy fish first today, and then we can spend the rest of the time on them double-digit fish.
Permit.
Brian Watts, our tournament czar, changes the rules for round 2, making the elusive glamour species more valuable and limiting the number of catches per species for more variety.
We kind of changed our game plan up this morning, heading out. We want to fill out our limit of kudas quick if we can. Points
Try
on
to get
the
some
board.
points, try to get a shark, and then hopefully this will burn off.
I hope none of the other competitors has a net. Open up, Mr. Cuda. Ah! Oh, man, give me a rod. Get another rod.
That is a monster look down. Oh my God. Probably one in that one too. I say we tally the fish,
And be done with it?
be done with them, and go down here and just move on.
Okay. Those are really good fish.
That's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
We are on the northeast side of the Marquesas, getting ready for a jack attack. We're gonna put the Mogan man on some fish today.
There he is, brother.
Nice. Hear him saying hi to you?
What did I eat? What did I eat? That's points there, brother.
Get it?
Oh!
Yeah, baby.
Y'all stay tuned. We'll be back with some more fish.
While the pros are used to this kind of tournament pressure, I'm still trying to handle the growing intensity while learning all the tips that'll help us catch a couple more fish during our limited time on the water.
That's it. That's the first barracuda.
That's 2. Number 5.
Number 5.
See that dead tree out there?
Yes.
Give me a long one toward that as far as you can.
Actually,
right in front of you, right off the bow.
Can't talk.
Just flip it nice and easy. He's up to the left of us a little bit.
I see him.
That's all right.
Actually, I just said I see him. I really don't.
Lift, lift. Drop, 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 drop. Wind, wind.
That's another one.
Easy, easy, easy. Opposite angle. There you go.
Got it.
Straight up, straight up.
What do you think?
85.
85?
Yeah.
Number 4.
Really move around this boat. Don't let the line touch. Your arms are your shock absorbers. Opposite angle. Switching angles.
Look at that smile. Nice.
Sweet.
Nice. Good job.
job.
Excellent.
All
You've got fantastic eyes.
As round 2 of this cutthroat tournament continues, things have evolved considerably and to Greg's advantage. While he racks up points with quantity, Blair struggles with the desire to catch the elusive glamour species.
There he is. Yes. Woo! I got a boner! Yeah. Yeah. Way to go, dude.
Oh, that's a big fish.
Oh. He's biting the boat.
Chomp, chomp!
Nice work.
As the clock winds down on the second round, fortune smiles on Greg even more, and in the closing moments, he hooks a massive shark for 3,375 points. It must have been those bananas.
Oh my God, look at the size of that thing. Holy smackaroonies.
Game on. He's right underneath us.
My God, man. I mean, that thing is 6 feet long. I mean, what do you do with something like that? I'm gonna try to get up on him and grab the leader. Right now, I'm thinking about where is a good restaurant in Corpus Christi, because that's where we're headed. Take me to your leader.
Take me to your leader. I've just about had enough.
I mean, I'd give you 2 1/4 on this fish.
I would too.
You know, seriously.
He's right down here. You felt it, didn't you?
Oh, man.
I was scared. It was too big.
That was a man of the shark. Think we can get the hook back?
I don't want the hook back.
Brian Watts, eliminated in round 1 and in charge for round 2, delivers the news and reveals who's following him out of the tournament.
Okay, we're gonna cut through the chase, and we're gonna appoint the king of the keys for the second day. And that guy's still Greg Watts. He went on them good. Great job. Great job. Tomorrow's gonna be a new day. You guys have really got a lot to work for tomorrow. You're going down.
The points went up for round 2, with Greg once again leading with that 225-pound shark. Safely in second, I can thank my guide and his plan. Blair's desire to catch the harder species left him behind by only 482 points, but out of the tournament.
I have this problem when I go out and fish the FLW tournaments. The same thing. I get on a good bite of some other fish, and I want to stay there and catch him, whether it's getting me great points or whether it's winning me a lot of money. If I'm on a fish bite and it's going good and I love to catch that species of fish, I'm going to stay on it and I'm going to try to do it. When I think we should have been concentrating on the sharks like everybody else did.
All the fun and games are over now, baby. Tomorrow's a new day.
I've only been going up. I'm still here.
As we get closer to crowning a king of the Keys, the action shifts from the flats to the deep channels and the big game fish as we continue our search for the best of the saltwater anglers when the ultimate playground returns. Once again, we find a few new tournament twists waiting for us on the dock.
All right, guys, y'all had a great day yesterday. I really thought I tightened the screws down hard, but we got a new twist. I got a new guy coming in. I think he's really gonna put it to you. Blair Wiggins, do him a good job.
New sheriff in town, new rules. It's going to be angler against angler. Y'all going to have to stay within about 500 yards of each other while you're fishing. Did y'all take your seasick medication today?
Yeah, I had a muffin.
You might see it again.
Flats guides have been traded for deep water experts. I'm fishing with Captain Steve Roger. Greg, who was prolific on the flats with the fly rod, is paired with Captain Mike Weinhofer.
Day 3 transition day. We're going from the flats to the deep water. That means deep water with the big fish. These are on the list. These are the units. This is the boat. That's the captain. And I'm angling against him, Greg Watts, my nemesis.
We launch from Murray's Marine in Key West in search of our quarry and head south toward the Gulf Stream and deep water. From 900 to 2,000 feet, we'll travel over 50 miles in search of the right conditions, including water temperature and bait that attracts the species that scores the points needed to win the coveted title of King of the Keys. All prior strategy for the shallow waters of the tidal streams is out the window. It's a tonnage game now, as fortune depends on finding and hooking elusive big game species with big bonuses for sailfish. That's no easy task, even for the pros. Blair, as the new tournament sheriff, has limited the number of species for the offshore day and has elevated the jack to big points. Time to change strategy once again. The light inshore tackle from the last 2 days has been swapped for the heavy-duty gear of offshore fishing. We're using rods with hefty butt sections and big reels with precise variable drags, engineered to stand up to the punishment of salt.
Key today is to not backlash one of these bait casters, because then your whole life becomes just a waste of time.
The tackle for big game fishing extends to electronics that aid in navigation and mark previous hotspots. In the time crunch of a tournament, they're essential in tracking and locating the schools of bait to attract the trophy-size fish we're seeking.
This is what our bait for sailfish is today.
Locomotion is the last ingredient in a successful captain's arsenal in the quest for big game. Redundant outboards allow the captains to cover lots of ground in a short amount of time. Key to success in offshore fishing.
Speed's everything. 10 minutes can mean winning or losing.
On the fishing grounds of far south Florida, Greg and I are using everything in our arsenal to gain an advantage.
I stuck 6 bananas in their boat this morning. But I'm not superstitious.
I'd rather be lucky than good.
You ain't kidding.
Fishing for kingfish, better known as slime.
Early on, the strategy of Captain Mike Weinhofer plays to Greg's advantage. And a hookup that could determine the outcome of the competition is in play.
Up, walk back to circling around.
Oh, man. You nice fish.
The fight is never easy, and a lost fish would be heartbreaking.
Hey, Lord! This is what a kingfish looks like, man!
I'm gonna kill him.
The Florida Keys have become America's premier saltwater fishing destination. The reason is simple. From offshore Miami to Key West, the species are abundant and coveted. For those not caught up in the heat of a tournament, the Keys will hook you with the sights and sounds of the perfect getaway. But that'll have to wait for a few more days. There's no break in the action for Greg and I in our quest for big fish and the title of champion.
Y'all get the trash.
Oh, nice fish. Another amberjack, another 5-pound king.
Things have been evolving as conditions shift, and the weather hammers us on the water.
You yakking, brother?
Yeah, little chump. Laird Mike and fish, I'm coming for you, baby.
Watching your competition a few hundred feet away just adds another layer of tension. Plus, I think Greg's stealing my winning strategy.
Get the crown ready.
Big gag
Group
grouper,
them
buddy.
together.
Look at that.
Whoa, he's been snagged by somebody.
Yeah.
I got a half a fish. Was snagged by somebody else.
We get half the points for that? Mutton, brother. Mutton's better than nothing.
Okay. Go to Greg Watts. He needs you.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing like a mutton.
Nothing like a mutton. Okay, I got leader.
Come here, buddy. Woo. You hooked him in the head.
On top of them, beating your knuckles up on a fly rod, stripping the line through your fingers and burning them. You pull them up here and they've got a mouthful of teeth. You've got to be crazy. This has got to be the ultimate.
Based on my calculations, I have a slight advantage at the moment, but there's still ample time for Greg to close the gap. When we return to the waters of far south Florida, one angler changes his fortune and seals his fate. Stay tuned.
Last time you left us, I was doing the same thing. So during the commercial break, nothing has changed. Except the amount of lactic acid in my spine.
Throw a little twist in it. I'm swapping captains.
Tournament Sheriff Blair Wiggins evens things up by making the anglers switch boats and captains. And the only thing that counts now is sailfish. Using every means at their disposal, Team Watts live chums the waters, desperate for a big game payoff.
Right now, we're out here on the, just outside the edge of the reef. We've got some live herring out. Our plan is just to kind of drift along and pop it in and out of gear and stay in about 120 and try to pick us up a sailfish.
All right, we got 1 hour. I don't feel that confident anymore. Boy, I was working those last few days, but now it's just not been the same.
Sail on, boys. Back it off, back it off.
Damn.
That fish is going ballistic, man.
Look at it, look at it. Every time he come up, you can feel a lunge. It was awesome.
And then just point it at him real, real hard. And once you come tight, then maybe give him a couple pumps as he's jumping, just point it to him. You know, just like with the tarpon and everything else.
All right, I got color.
All right, that's it. You want to pick him up from there?
Look at that.
Pretty fish.
My first sail. Yeah. Okay. Ah, take this, Laird McIntosh. Thank you, brother.
Good job, brother. That was awesome, man.
There's the man, Steve Rogers. Get him.
3 rounds, flats and offshore fishing. 1 King of the Keys.
Well, guys,
The results are in.
the results are in, and let me tell you, it was close. Y'all both went out and caught a lot of fish.
Oh, yeah.
Laird's total was 27,080 points.
Yes, I have hung in there all this time. For 3 days. Now I'm hanging on a thread.
Greg, you had 22,765 points. That's a difference of 4,315 points. Greg happened to be the lucky one that got him a 15,000 point fish, which was a 60-pound sailfish. Got him up on the boat, and that was
every bit of 60 pounds.
That was enough to bring your total up to 37,765 points. So you, my brother, are King of the Keys.
King of the Keys, baby.
With the final catch of a 65-pound sailfish, Greg Watts, identical twin, professional redfish champion, and a man of humility, will leave Key West with the title of Ultimate Playground's King of the Keys.
Well, I wasn't crowned King of the Keys, but I did learn a lot about saltwater fishing, and I'll have that forever. And I've caught more fish down here than I ever have in my whole life. And the bonus is, I was in one of the most unique and bizarre saltwater fishing tournaments ever devised, and I never would have gotten as far as I did without the help of those captains. It was an honor to fish alongside you. And to my competitors, Blair Wiggins, Brian Watts, and Greg Watts, gentlemen all, I say thank you. From Key West, I'm Laird McIntosh for the Ultimate Playground. Play hard and play safe. I'm hitting hard!
It's a big fish.
Whoa! Get the crown ready!
Oh, there it is.
Bam!
It's yours, baby. King of the Keys, baby. This is the Ultimate Playground. That is awesome.
Shut up, fish.